Beta readers are your first defense against a shitty book. These are my top 5 tips on how to make the most of your beta readers. Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erin, and this is how to get the most out of your beta readers. Beta readers are your first line of defense. They are the early people who believe in your story and want to make it a cohesive and enjoyable thing for everyone else. Say hi to everybody. Look how cute you are. I'm going to take you through my top 5 tips to make the absolute most out of this process, because if you're half-assing the beta process, you are just wasting everyone's time. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you always know when a new video is uploaded. Number 1, be clear in your recruitment. When it comes to beta readers, you want to be sure that you're offering something that people are going to enjoy consuming. If you want to find the right people for your story, you need to be open about what you're writing and what your expectations are. Here are a few things that you should be including in your recruitment: a short synopsis, your timeline, your expectations, tropes, content warnings, word counts, genres, and target audience. If your story is super gay, say so. If your story centers around a much beloved trope, say that too. By providing this information up front, you're going to find the right kind of readers for this stage of the book. People might be drawn to it because of the representation or the plot or the tropes or whatever, and those are the people that you want right now. The more information that you provide them, the more they're going to know if that story is for them. The thing about this stage is that your story is going to be pretty rough at this point, so you want to have as many pieces of the puzzle suiting them as possible. Number 2, get organized. If you're not organized, you're making things more difficult for yourself and potentially for your beta readers as well. Before you start recruiting beta readers, you need to make sure that you've got your shit together. Know how you're providing their chapters, know how you're getting their feedback, how to organize that feedback, and how to organize the beta readers themselves. If you don't stay organized, then you run the risk of having feedback and beta readers slipping through the cracks, and that is not what you want. Being organized helps you and your beta readers stay on track and more able to meet your expectations if you have a good handle on everything. One thing that I've just recently seen that one of my critique partners is doing to organize their beta readers is a Discord server. I actually really like this idea. In the server, they can freely interact with the author and with the other beta readers. There are different sections for each of the chapter bundles where they can discuss what they've just read and request new chapters. If you haven't already seen my other video on how to organize beta readers, I will put that in the description below so you can get a much more detailed look at how I organize my beta readers. Number 3, get specific. You have people ready and willing to help you, so don't shortchange yourself by not requesting detailed feedback. Ask about your characters, about the plot, about the setting, about the dynamics. Get their opinion on all of the aspects that you want information on, and don't be afraid to ask for more. If you're curious how a character comes across in a particular scene, or how a relationship dynamic is working, ask about it. Your betas are not mind readers, and they're not always going to know what information you want. You can be vague or specific as needed, getting general feedback with open-ended questions, but don't be afraid to get super specific. Ask things like, what do you think of the dynamic between X and Y? Why do you think X did this thing? Do you agree with X's motivation? Why or why not? Those kinds of things are going to give you valuable information for when you are moving forward to edit. Number 4, follow up. Don't let your betas fall through the cracks. Some of your betas will be super fast and self-sufficient, and others will need a little bit more prompting and guidance. They're doing you a favor, so it's up to you to keep track of them and know who needs those prompts and guidance if you want good feedback. If your betas are unable to keep up, you'll know right away and be able to discuss things with them. Maybe they need a week or 2 off. Maybe they need to drop. Maybe they finished reading but got sidetracked in sending in the feedback. If you're not organized, you could see someone falling a month behind before you even realize it. Additionally, if some of the feedback that you get is super sparse or unclear, ask for clarification or additional information, otherwise that feedback is not going to be very valuable to you. You need to understand it if you want to implement it, so ask questions. Number 5, know when to move on. This relates to a few different things in the process. Make sure that you're being mindful with your feedback. If betas answer a later question in an earlier one because they're being super elaborate, don't ask that question again later. Be present enough to recognize when things are going to be repeated. If your betas answer a question, but it's not the answer that you want, Do not harass them about it or try and dwell on it for too long. If you get upset over feedback, your beta reader doesn't need to know that. Just keep moving forward, get your information, and save your frustrations for later. If you have to explain to them that something is racist or sexist or wildly inappropriate, that is very different than going off on them because you didn't like the answer they gave. And if a beta is a lost cause, which I do not say lightly, I mean someone who is consistently racist or sexist or unwilling to discuss with you, you need to know when it's time to cut your losses for both of your sakes. If it's super clear that they're trolling, cut them. Or if you think they're not enjoying themselves, you can have a discussion about that and see whether they actually want to continue on. The beta process can be a long and stressful experience for everyone, but it doesn't have to be. Follow these steps and you can improve things for everyone, and improving things is always the direction we want to go. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. My contemporary romance novel, Heart and Soul, is available now in ebook and paperback, as well as my other 2 books, Olympian Confessions, Hades and Persephone, and Olympian Confessions, HERA. All of them are available in ebook and paperback, and they are on sale right now. You can read the first 3 chapters of all of them on my website. I will put the relevant links in the description below. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to be notified as soon as I upload, then ring that bell. All my social media links will be in the description below, and I will see you all next week with another video. Bye!